Tonight on AfterBuzz TV SmackDown Live After Show, new champs crowned. Bray Wyatt shows up, and we finally get the truth about John Cena and Nikki. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I forgot this music existed, but I want to dance all night. And you can with us live on AfterBuzzTV.com, the AfterBuzz TV YouTube page, iTunes, SoundCloud. Like and subscribing. Tell your friends about the wonderful world of AfterBuzz. What's up, everybody? I'm Christian Rosenberg. The Twitter @RealRosenberg, Instagram @TheRealRosenberg, T-shirts ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg. Over on the other side of the table, @Scott Narver. He's Scott Narver.
Well, hello.
Well, hello there.
Good to see you.
You're in WrestleMania mode already. You got your WrestleMania Texas shirt on from last year.
And you're in WrestleMania mode. You wear the shirt that you wear every day of your life.
Exactly. I'm always ready.
Yeah.
Always ready for Mania.
No pants.
No
pants.
Eh,
You're like a Randy Orton promo.
eh. Yeah, let them make their imaginations run wild.
Yeah.
And next to Scott, Tom is off this week, but filling in, special guest, longtime friend of mine and Scott's. He's a comedian, actor, improviser, and he's the man behind the Del Closed Fist improv shows that you'll be able to see WrestleMania weekend at Van Dam Breaks You. Here is Josh Lassman.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up? Thank you for being here.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Hey, you are welcome, sir.
Thanks.
And yes, Trent Seven got the beard from Josh Lassman. I think we should make that, establish that right from the get-go. You are the ruler of Mustache Mountain.
I am. I'm in charge of the U.S. division.
Okay, that's fair. That is fair. So, this was a packed SmackDown, especially we're getting this close to Mania. Different matches and feuds really taking a interesting turn with only one more SmackDown before WrestleMania.
Yeah. It's shaken up. This is I'm digging this way more than how Raw has been playing up for WrestleMania. Yeah. It's way more exciting.
Everything seems to be just a little tighter. You know, you have a better picture of what's going to be happening come WrestleMania.
Definitely. The show starts this week. Daniel Bryan is talking to one of the production guys. We never see the same production guy every week. It's always a different production guy.
Each city's got his own guy.
Each city's got their own guy. Mohegan Sun's got their own guy. Excellent casino. Make sure you visit it today. I've been there plenty of times. Love it.
What about people with a gambling problem?
Well, gamble responsibly.
Okay.
And they have great shows there, like SmackDown.
That's true.
Yeah. Kids go to SmackDown, too, so they went to the casino.
Right, and gamble.
No, they didn't gamble.
Why not?
But because they're not allowed to. There's an age restriction, Scott.
For casinos?
I know, it's
What's
surprising.
the point?
I've been saying that for many, many years, because I'm still just 17 years old.
I don't know. You got a mustache growing there. I see it.
This is just far from a mustache. Daniel Bryan's talking with the production guy. AJ Styles comes out in no AJ merch. He comes out in WrestleMania merch.
Rocking that visor.
Rocking the visor. Bringing it back.
Yeah, I got to imagine there's a lot of visor sales tonight.
Oh, I would say over under at least 5,000 visors we see at WrestleMania.
It's going to be sunny, upper 80s.
Yeah, it's going to be outside in Florida.
That's true. That makes sense. It's a good heads up for everybody out there.
I mean,
now,
pale people like me might need our visors.
Let the head breathe, but, you know, you got to shade yourself.
Yeah.
Now, this isn't typical AJ Styles gear that one would wear. Like, just wondering, you know, not the traditional blue and silver that we tend to see from AJ Styles.
It doesn't say like the phenomenal one.
No.
It had a different style to it.
Now,
Scott.
Josh, do you know about this segment? Do you know about this wildly popular segment about this show?
I do not.
There's a segment on the show. Christian has Christian's Closet.
Oh, yes, I've heard of that.
Yeah, well, of course. It's trending worldwide constantly.
The shirt is selling like hotcakes on ProWrestlingTees.com.
People love hotcakes. They buy them all the time.
Yeah, and
My
they
favorite part
love
of
the
breakfast.
Christmas Closet shirt. So, yeah, well, we kind of already touched on it. We talked about the visor.
Yes, but what do you think? Is this an appropriate look? Does AJ Styles
I think
need to
AJ can
incorporate
pull
this?
it off because of the hair. The hair was a big factor for the visor. You put that visor on Randy Orton, it won't sell.
Normally,
You
wears
put
a
that
hood.
visor on Heath Slater. He's got too much hair shaved on the sides. It won't sell.
You need the poof behind.
But you have the little
visor.
poof, and it going his sides of the hair like caved in. Minimum 5,000 going to be around at WrestleMania. Minimum.
Wow. Okay, so that's the look. Rock the look.
Yep. Dan O'Brien tells AJ that Shane is on his way because apparently the boss never has to be at the show on time.
Nope.
And AJ is going to go out to the ring and tell the world what it was like to beat up Shane. Now, as AJ heads to the ring, we get introduced to our commentary team this week. David Otunga's back.
Yeah.
But once again, no Mauro Ranallo. And they didn't really mention...
He's sick.
What? Is he sick now?
That's what was said in passing. He's sick.
Yeah, but I mean, it's been...
Sick of what?
Yeah, that's the question.
Maybe the rest of the commentating crew?
Yeah, maybe he's sick of like bumping elbows.
There's a lot of people at that desk.
Oh, I know. I'm still like annoyed that there's somehow not enough space for me, but there's space for everyone else.
They
in
have
the world.
they have enough white guys at the table.
Oh, so it's a race thing.
Well, guys, they need more women at the
Oh,
table.
so it's a sexist thing.
Yeah, I think so. If that's what gets you through of not having a job at WWE,
Yeah,
it's because
alright.
you're a guy.
That must be
They
it.
have
It
enough.
might be a no pants thing. They
That-
all wear pants.
That might be it.
We flash forward to the end of the show. Everybody stands up
Yep.
to get out of the way of the action.
Yeah,
They're wearing pants.
Yeah. What
They won't
happens?
tolerate what you got.
Yeah.
that's a fair point. It is a PG show, and I'm an X-rated type of guy.
Yeah.
Anywho, AJ comes out to the ring. He wants to tell the universe and Shane that he's not sorry for anything he did. With all the things Shane has put him through, he's glad he put him through a car window.
How many times did he put him through that car window?
He said it at least 3 times, I think, in this promo.
At least 3.
At least 3. He accepts Shane's challenge because he wants to be a part of the Ultimate Thrill Ride. And without AJ Styles, SmackDown plummets. And I'm going to meet Shane in the parking lot. And if you thought last week was bad, it'll go from bad to phenomenally worse.
Oh God.
Get it? Because he's the phenomenal one, and he's going to make it phenomenally worse.
Well, look, I know you're upset you're not sitting at the table, but it's nice that you still write for them.
It's because he didn't have his shirt, so he didn't know his catchphrase.
By the way, because I gave Josh a nice intro, I forgot to say hi to Jimbo in the booth. Hi, Jimbo in the booth. Hi, Jimbo in the booth.
Hi.
Hey. It's kind of our thing. I
got a lot of
I
things.
tend to forget him a lot, and then we just say hi.
Jimbo, you should interrupt more.
Yeah. I'm fine with that.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
I will say that AJ with the visor reminded me of like old AJ Styles, like when he wore like the Adidas track pants
Ooh.
in the ring as his gear. So it was very reminiscent of old school AJ Styles before he was phenomenal, and he was abs, perfect abs, AJ Styles.
The perfect abs, AJ Styles. Dan O'Brien's on the phone, it sounds like with Shane, loving the plan that Shane is telling him, apparently. He's interrupted by Baron Corbin.
Ugh.
Is that going to be your common thing tonight? You're just going to ugh whenever I say his name?
No, probably just David Otunga and Baron Corbin.
Okay.
That's about it.
All right. So Corbin says, "Where's Ambrose? I haven't seen him." And Brian said, "I haven't seen him in a few weeks either since what you did to him with the forklift." And Corbin's like, "Sweet. I got the night off. With my luck, I'll be hitting the blackjack tables." Da-da-da, casino reference. And Dan
That
O'Brien,
man needs a visor.
Right?
Corbin could use a visor.
He needs
Yeah.
a full hat. Like
No,
a bucket
no,
hat.
no, the visor
Or like
could
the
work
old
for him.
Asian like women when they're golfing, like those giant visors. He needs something to hide that.
Well, I was thinking if he's going to go play blackjack, there are those, like clear, like bright yellow, bright green visors with like little lights on them. I think that would look great on Baron Corbin.
The light
Okay.
would bring attention though to his receding hairline.
Or to the fact that he's killing it at the blackjack table.
Okay.
But he's not going to play blackjack just yet because Dan O'Brien put him in a match later tonight against Randy Orton. Then we have a tag team championship match. We were thinking after last week, oh, well now Usos will get their title shot at WrestleMania.
Yes, you were. Just no way that was going to happen.
Oh, I was
on.
hoping.
You were hoping.
because I was hoping the king of the kickoff, a.k.a. the Usos, would finally get a chance to be on the Ultimate Thrill Ride. But they get a tag title shot on SmackDown. Wow, this was an awesome match.
It was good.
And the crowd was not into it at first.
They were into the Usos.
Yeah, they were all for Usos and not much love for American Alpha at Mohegan Sun.
Yeah, that was a definite pro Uso crowd, because when watching it removed them being bad guys for a while, because it's like, yeah, they're going for their high flying spots, they're going for the splashes, and they were loving it.
Every reaction was pro Uso.
Yeah.
You know, they haven't done a good job really building up American Alpha for people who didn't watch it NXT.
Yeah, they've not gotten a lot of mic time. They've not got a lot of segments. So what is there to really care about overall?
Right. They really haven't had much of a feud, except recently with the Usos, where the Usos have gotten the upper hand each time. All their promo work is pretty much on talking smack.
Yeah.
And
most of their
there was like 3 weeks with no tag team champions on the Raw and SmackDown. So people like them because they're good wrestlers, but they're not gravitating towards them.
They're invested in the Usos. They've seen them forever.
Yeah.
They're doing something different. It's something to get excited about, you know?
Yeah. There was this awesome sequence during this match when Gable was trying to tag in Jason Jordan, where he ducked a clothesline. He kept kicking out of them, grabbing the feet. It was one of those things where you see a lot of these moves happen in matches typically, but this many in succession, and then for it to end with the last second, one of the Usos pulled Jordan off the apron.
Which Uso?
I don't know.
That's why you're not sitting at that table.
Yep. You would have.
They didn't know either.
You got to be able to
They
identify
didn't
an
know.
Uso.
They didn't. They
That's the
they need to
first
put
thing.
their name on the pants or their shirt.
That's no.
You're bringing in Christian's closet. That's too personal.
Hey, Josh, could you tell me which one was which?
It was Jay.
Yeah, you don't know that.
But he says it with confidence.
He did say it with
Josh
confidence.
says it's Jay, it's Jay.
I think it actually was Jimmy. But hey, I don't know. It was an Uso.
Thank you for that. Awesome finish to the match. Both teams kicked out of their finishing moves. So we had the super kick into the Uso splash. Somehow Gable kicks out of that. We have the Steiner Bulldog, which American Alpha is pretty much almost using as their finisher now. And at the last second, one of the Usos pulled Jordan off of the other Uso. And then I do know, because the commentating team said it, end of the match, Jordan is trying to get back in. Lots of chaos on the outside. As Jordan goes back into the ring, Jimmy Uso on the outside grabs the rope, gives Jordan a low blow with the rope while Jay is distracting the ref. Jordan falls into the ring. Super kick. 1, 2, 3. New tag team champions 12 days out of WrestleMania. Wow.
Yeah, very unexpected.
I did not expect this at all. I thought it was going to be a double count out with the melee on the outside. But no. I mean, Usos, 3-time WWE Tag Team Champions.
Yep. And it's now, they got silver instead of bronze
Yep.
previously. So they're moving up.
Yep. One
And-
day they'll have gold.
And one day they'll have a match at WrestleMania. I don't think that day is in 12 days.
No.
Sadly.
Seriously, they have never wrestled on WrestleMania. That's baffling.
It's a new streak.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be a streak if they were undefeated on the kickoff, but they have lost kickoff matches.
You take what you can get. They have yet to be on WrestleMania.
Yeah. They're undefeated at WrestleMania. Got to run with that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think they'd be somewhat bitter about this?
And they're going in as the champions.
Right.
Yeah.
And which is not the first time this has happened.
But this is great. They won't be defeated at WrestleMania for their tag team titles.
Yeah.
They will.
They might lose them into kickoff.
Doesn't count.
I doubt that. I doubt there's time. There's only 37 hours available at WrestleMania. There's no time for that. I think the Usos will reign supreme and stay undefeated at WrestleMania.
I think they should start having the kickoff matches in the parking lot.
And then they're going to lose to the Revival the next night on Raw.
Oh, I hope.
Well, it'd be on SmackDown.
Oh, yeah.
Usos are not on Raw. Jimbo. Come on, Jimbo. Yeah, that was for
Oh
Jimbo.
man, you want yourself.
Hey, man, I'm a man of,
He's a man of Hey, Scott's happy because look who showed back up.
Thank God.
Luke Harper.
Yeah.
He had to get new bulbs.
Yeah, he was out of bulbs.
The other one's
He
burnt
needed,
out.
he needed a new tank top.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a new tank top, or is it just so dirty that it looks black?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think it's a new tank
He might have had
but-
some extra Sister Abigail ashes.
Yeah.
that
And he
is
just
also-
washed his tank top in it.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't wash his tank top.
In sweat.
Yeah, that's what he
Okay.
used for it. So he's seen what Sister Abigail can do, and he's seen her turn a good man into a madman. And you open an eviscerated Pandora's box. Randy Orton, you destroyed her, and next week I will destroy him. And we find out next week, the last SmackDown before WrestleMania, the WWE Champion Bray Wyatt will go one-on-one with Luke Harper.
With everything that's gone on, Triple H attacking Seth Rollins, AJ Styles attacking Shane McMahon, Luke Harper has declared a week beforehand he will destroy the WWE Champion. And they made a graphic for it.
Yeah.
This is great.
That was very nice of him.
What, that he gave a warning?
Yeah, with all this sneak attacks, it's good to let your opponent know that you're coming for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not doing anything shady. He's not attacking him outside of in-ring competition. He's letting him know, I will destroy you in a week.
And now let's look at a crystal ball. Let's say next week, Harper beats Bray Wyatt. Whether it's order interference, whether he beats him clean, however this case count out, however it may be. Is it possible for them on the last SmackDown before Mania to be like, oh, you know what, Luke Harper, now you're in a title match?
Absolutely.
I hope so.
Nia Jax got in this past week.
Yeah.
Still another week for another woman to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
They got to throw Dana Brooke in there for Raw. But that's the only one left.
You never know. Emma.
Stephanie McMahon.
I don't have it. Summer Rae.
Is she hurt? Is she? I thought she was hurt.
Maybe. She could be there.
Well, you know who will not be in that match? Nikki Bella. Because she's going to be busy in her mixed tag match against The Miz and Maurice, teaming with her boyfriend John Cena at WrestleMania. However, tonight, we got the uncovering of never-before-seen footage of Total Bellas.
That wasn't the full name.
Well, they blocked part of it out, so I don't know what the word could have been. It said Total Bellas, and then there was
said
B
Bull.
and some...
Bulls Stars.
Bull Stars.
Oh, okay. Total Bella Bull Stars. So we had part 1.
We didn't even know it was going to be a part 1.
Yeah.
No, we had no idea.
We just thought this was the whole thing.
Right.
It was great.
We got a
So-
show within a show.
So we see Nikki and Brie hanging out.
And I'd never seen Total Bellas before, so it was nice
neither.
to see them, in their natural state, where it's like, oh, yeah, they look a little different than when I see them normally on WWE TV.
That's reality cameras.
sure.
They're different footage, different makeup artists.
You're right.
I feel like we need to reenact these scenes. So I'm willing to be Nikki. Who would like to be Brie and who would like to be John?
You've been willing to be Nikki for years now.
It's not going to get you in WWE.
Or married to John Cena.
Why not? This is my way in.
Again, pants. You gotta wear pants. It's
Nikki
really,
doesn't.
Yeah,
have
it's
a point.
different.
All right.
You've got
so
very pasty
who would
gams.
who would like to play
That's
who?
PG. You got pasty gams.
Who would like to play who?
I can be Brie, unless you want to be Brie.
Whatever you like. Josh, you're the guest, so you play whatever role you
can
like
be
to
Brie.
play.
Okay, so Scott's gonna be John. I'm Nikki and Josh is Brie. Here we go. Brie, you know what?
What?
Perfect.
Brie mode!
Hey, I love my boyfriend, and I really think today is gonna be the day he finally proposes.
Brie mode!
Perfect.
Brie mode!
Hi, honey.
Constant references of how I'm not gonna marry you, but done in a hilarious fashion.
And that was part 1.
So good.
That was good. That was good. Thank you, studio audience. Thank you. It was very kind. Part 2 later tonight.
This was great.
This was incredible. I loved every second of this. And the fact that they said to be continued, I was just like, this could be the rest of the show.
That's all I wanted to see.
Yeah.
I've never been more excited for a future segment on wrestling. This probably was my favorite segment of at least this year, if not longer.
What was so great about this SmackDown in particular was, okay, when we watch Raw, a lot of Raw is we get a big segment up top and it's the main thing that happens. Like we'll see something that's huge 2 hours later in the show. And then we see that first segment over and over and over again throughout the show. And they talk about it again and again, but it's already happened. This show started off with things to come.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everything was something to come later. Yeah. And even this segment was something else to come later.
Yeah.
Intriguing us and making us want to watch the rest of the show. And it was done so well with Baron Corbin wanting to have his title match against Dean, with Shane McMahon going to show up and AJ Styles calling out Shane to show up. It was so good. And Maurice and Miz had so much fun making this. That's what made it so good.
You can tell they were just having an absolute blast with this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this was actually at John's house, or was this at Miz's house?
I don't know. Either way, they got nice houses.
They got a beautiful house wherever it was. It was so good. So entertaining.
Put you on double secret probation.
So many rules were broken.
I know. And we learned about so many rules of the Cena household.
I would watch this show weekly.
Yes.
I would watch it daily. They need a new episode twice a day. WWE Network. This is your cash cow.
Yeah.
Make 12 episodes of this, and you will see your numbers skyrocket. Baron Corbin versus Randy Orton. I don't really have many notes of this match.
Yeah, it took a while to get going.
I mean, it's like a typical Randy Orton match. It's methodical. It's kind of slow, builds up. A Baron Corbin match tends to be slow, methodical, builds up. The two of them together, to me, I don't know if they just don't really gel where, at least yet.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, everything, there was no complaints about it, but there was nothing that really stood out to me in this match.
I didn't care about this match. It didn't really, nothing happened until it got to the outside. And, it was just over 2 seconds later.
Yeah. Well, we were waiting for a while because the entire crowd in the Mohegan Sun was watching something for about 3 minutes before we hear Ambrose on the microphone. He's standing on top of a forklift, distracts Corbin. Corbin turns around into an RKO. Orton gives a little salute to Ambrose for thanks for the assist, pins Baron Corbin, and then Ambrose goes down to the ring, accepts Corbin's challenge, delivers dirty deeds, walks out.
Yeah, two things about this. I appreciate the fact that something was lackluster because other things in the show were so good.
Sure.
So it didn't live up. Like, it just wasn't that good. So if these guys got to go out there and do it again, you got to be better than what came before you with the Total Bellas segment and the Usos in American Alpha match.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I really like that Orton gave the nod to Ambrose. Mm-hmm. I like it, when guys interfere or do whatever and they just don't acknowledge the other guy doing that. Like, give a little salute. Let that be a little bit of story for whatever it is down the line if somebody else helps somebody else out.
I was like, hey, thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Renee is backstage with Randy Orton, and he said he admitted that when Bray bathed himself in Sister Abigail's ashes last week, that was the last thing he expected. But then the lights go out, and Randy is surrounded by Eric Rowans.
So many Eric Rowans.
There's so many Eric Rowans. That's where he's been. He's been cloning himself.
He loves the movie Multiplicity. He loves it.
It's a good movie.
It's a great movie.
Really good.
Michael Keaton, fantastic.
He's a good actor.
Yep. They all attack Randy Orton, hold him down. Bray shows up, starts speaking in tongues with a cross around Randy.
I thought that was Jim Cornette's tennis racket.
It was not Jim Cornette's tennis racket.
All right, fair enough.
No, not quite. Bray mentions you expose my one flaw. That one flaw will become my greatest strength. She is one with me now. And pretty much letting Randy know that you have no idea what you just got yourself into. Blackout.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they finally, keep going down that path with Wyatt. There's been so many teases of it.
All I know is local wrestlers in Connecticut, every single one of them was on SmackDown tonight.
And got paid in an Eric Rowan mask.
Whether they were sheep or the 10,000 people that AJ walked by in the hallway later on in the night. Everyone got paid.
How did this end?
It was a blackout.
Sure, but, you know, I wanted some closure to
He
this.
sang to him.
Right.
He has the whole
Yeah.
world in his hands. You
And
can't go from there.
They all have Randy Orton in their hands. I wanted Orton to be like, cool, can I go now? That was my only question of like, so we're
Now
cool
what?
with this? We go to commercial and your champion and number one contender are in the back
with
being
30
held.
other guys in sheep masks.
What
Yeah.
happened during the commercial break?
Yeah.
Go to the app. I
mean,
want to see it.
Renee Young was smart enough to go, I'm out. The second the lights start flickering, I'm done. I'm out. Not staying for this.
If only someone touted it.
I miss you, tout.
That was a thing.
Such a game changer.
Jimbo, did you have a tout?
I did not.
You know, it's funny when I first started doing AfterBuzz. So when we started the main event AfterBuzz,
Okay.
we made an AfterBuzz main event tout page.
No way.
Yes, we did. We did nothing with it.
Oh,
We
no.
got like no views on it because nobody used it.
And it was main event.
Hey, at the time, main event was getting better numbers than
Well, it had
SmackDown.
great wrestling.
Yeah.
Did.
Speaking of great wrestling,
Ooh.
Fandango
Yes.
versus John Cena. I repeat, Fandango versus John Cena.
First time ever?
Maybe.
Chat roll? First time ever?
Chat
Was
roll.
it?
Unless, like, when after Fandango debuted and had the match with Jericho and stuff, unless he had a little thing with Cena then.
Could be, but I'm
But-
curious.
We had a full entrance for Breezango. And what an entrance it was.
It was breezy.
Fandango with Breezy Bella.
My new favorite Bella.
Here's the scary thing. Cue my music, please.
Oh, boy.
Because this is a Christian's Closet
You're
segment.
calling for it.
I'm calling for it for this time. Tyler Breeze looked better in the Nikki Bella getup than he does in his regular getup. He fit the role perfectly. Like if Fandango needed a Nicole Bass RIP, this would be like his Nicole Bass type character. Is you just have Tyler Breeze dressed up as Nikki. It was ridiculous. He did like the way he ripped the shirt and would throw like
He had more shorts underneath his
right.
shirts.
They just keep throwing the stuff to the fans. Oh my God, Tyler Breeze and Fandango were such the MVP, not only of SmackDown but also of Southpaw regional wrestling. If you don't know what I'm talking about, YouTube it. You'll thank me later. Oh, this was so good.
It was excellent.
Cena comes out. Fandango gives him a ticket for being a bad boyfriend. Gives him a ticket for wearing jorts in 2017. And tonight he's giving him a ticket because he's going to expose him for the lousy wrestler that he is. And then he said something about like, oh, he called Breezy Bella his muscle.
Yeah.
God, this was so entertaining.
So good.
Now Cena beat him in a minute, but
Yeah.
Oh, he had the help of Nikki Bella.
right, Nikki definitely caused. It should have been a disqualification.
And, you know,
Fandango
Fandango's
should have won
fault.
this match.
Fandango was too wrapped up in giving. He gave extra tickets that
many
he
tickets.
didn't even explain. So that was his fault. Like, he wasn't focused on fighting and beating John Cena. He was just dissecting his opponent. And his mind games aren't as strong as The Undertaker. So, you know, that he definitely could have beat John Cena within a minute.
Could have.
Yeah, oh, easy. I mean, he beat Chris Jericho in his debut match at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Why couldn't he do it to John Cena on SmackDown?
Just didn't have the focus.
No. Nikki comes in, clearly distracts everyone, spears Breezy Bella, and then we have an AA and TKO or whatever Nikki's calling Rack Attack 2.0, what she's calling now the TKO.
Mm.
And then double STF. Cena wins. him and I guess the quote-unquote real Nikki Bella celebrate.
That didn't look like the real Nikki Bella to me.
I think he was making out Tyler Breeze.
I don't even know anymore.
We're so confused. There were 3 different Nikki Bellas tonight. 3 of them. And Brie, who wasn't pregnant in this.
Well, they make maternity clothes, so you're not showing.
And they shoot that stuff way beforehand.
Yeah.
'Cause they got to edit
That's
the footage.
true. That's a good point. That's a good point.
And according to, let's see, Dylan Matthews in the chat roll said Cena versus Fandango tonight was first time ever.
All right. So
Historic.
We had 2 first-time ever matches, Corbin and Orton, and Fandango and Cena.
Mm-hmm.
This is a monumental night of SmackDown.
Very much.
So much happened.
Becky versus Carmella. Now, nothing much happened in this, unfortunately. Natalia's on commentary. This match was only about a minute before Natalya interferes. Then Mickey runs out, attacks Natty, and then Alexa comes out. They all start brawling. Alexa is the one who ends up standing tall, standing in the middle of the ring, holding her title. We didn't get a 6th entrant tonight in the match. We still have the 5. Do we think it's just going to be the 5, or do we think there will be at least one more added?
Just at least going to be, well, you mean added or show up at WrestleMania?
Well, then that would be added into the match. So, like,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there will definitely be a surprise at WrestleMania.
Okay.
100%. So you don't phrase it this way this entire time if you don't add someone.
So you think
All women
so you think
available.
next week might just still be the 5, and then we'll have a surprise 6.
Yep.
At Mania.
Or maybe we'll get a tease of someone, or I don't know. I definitely think a surprise at WrestleMania.
It has to be. You don't leave it open-ended like that. Unless
You know
you're
who
gonna
I
take
think the surprise is going to be?
Santina.
Close. Breezy Bella.
Oh.
I think she's gonna win it.
I put my money on Breezy Bella.
I don't know. She didn't do well tonight against
didn't do
Nikki
good.
Bella.
Well, there's more women to
She
be
wasn't
distracting.
planning on it. She was there to support her man.
She was the muscle, though.
Yeah, and that muscle got thrown around like a bag of dirty clothes.
Now, let us present to you part 2
Oh, I'm not in this one.
of Total Bellas. Unless you wanted to
You're the
switch.
guest. You want to take over
Unless
the
you
role?
want to be. Unless you
I
want to
feel
be
I've
John.
exhausted it.
I was gonna say.
Or would you like to be Nikki and me be John this time?
Or I could be the talent that's not good enough to be on camera when it's rolling.
Well, then you won't be seen or heard.
Oh. You were really good, John Cena.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that.
All right.
Go.
Well, John Cena started this one.
I'm uncomfortable having sex with you. Let that be known and clear.
This room is where Bree and I solve all the problems in the world. And this is where we destroy any other women's careers. And this is where we watch The Marine. We only watch the first one, though, because John gets angry because he knows The Miz is a much better actor in everything, with everyone and everything.
Still wanted to be perfectly clear that I am not going to marry you.
I thought John was buying me a diamond, but he bought me a Diamond Dallas Page yoga set. And then I thought he bought me a ring, but he bought me a WWE toy ring. And then this is the bedroom.
Not gonna happen.
But this is where we show everyone that it happens.
I don't even know what that means. Someone has to make drawings.
This is where the magic happens, sweetie. We love each other, right?
Line. Oh, yeah. I'm not having sex with you.
John. Insane. Ah. Just as good as the first one.
Mm-hmm.
This put MTV Cribs to shame. This was nothing short of exquisite. And they said to be continued again. There might be more next week.
I can't wait.
It's amazing how much footage they got.
It's true.
They opened up their lives.
Yes.
It's coming to the network.
Renee is backstage with AJ. Carr shows up. He's planning on attacking Shane McMahon again. And out comes Beauty and the Man Beast. They are still there.
They're late.
They were really late. I mean, it's one thing if Shane's late. This is some of the talent. You show up 15 minutes before the show ends? What's the point?
Shane McMahon set a precedent. They thought it was okay. Shane McMahon showed up incredibly late to the show last week.
I expect heavy fines to Rhino and Heath Slater. And I feel bad because he's got kids.
Got a lot of kids.
No, I think that's totally unfair to fine them for this. Shane McMahon showed up incredibly late. Sometimes not even at all. As well as Daniel Bryan. If you don't show them on camera, I assume they're not there.
Well, Shane McMahon is not in that car with Heath and Rhino, although that would have been entertaining. He is already in the building, somehow snuck in. He heads to the ring. He says he's now looking for AJ. Renee Young then lets AJ know, oh, by the way, the guy you've been standing out here in the cold for the last hour and a half for, he's in the ring. So he's just like, oh, all right. Puts his visor on. Starts heading to the ring. Slowly.
Very slowly.
And we see way too many people have backstage passes to SmackDown this week. There's way too many people in the hall. He could have tripped over someone. Someone could have stopped him for an autograph. They, could have had that moment where, like, Batista was warming up for his match and some fan jumped in to do, like, his little celebration thing. That could have happened during this.
It's live TV.
Right.
Anything.
Right.
It's different when you're Goldberg and, you got that pace to you. You can't go that slow.
Yeah.
You're just opening the door for things to happen.
Yep.
And on live TV, anything can happen.
He wanted to see if he could push it to the limit to see if Grizzly Knows Best would cut in again before the end of the show.
That might have been it. So, AJ comes out. Shane's in the ring. AJ comes out. The crowd is chanting for AJ. The villain in this. Shocking.
Yeah. Connecticut's confused.
He's a working man. Shane McMahon, he's a rich kid.
Who likes to take risks.
Yeah, sure, but, he's just trying to be one of the normal folk.
Well,
But he's a McMahon.
Well, AJ tries to apologize to the McMahon. And Shane has nothing of it. And he whips out some vicious shots.
Oh, God.
Right after left, after right after left. Oh,
I don't know
the
how
speed,
he's still
the
standing.
accuracy, the power behind those blows. My God. He was a man on a mission, I tell you.
He's a prize.
Mayweather's got nothing on him.
He was Mabel?
Yes. Oh, no, he was Oscar.
Oh, okay.
He was Oscar. Now AJ gets the upper hand, suplexes Shane into a barricade, which looked pretty nasty. And then Shane out of nowhere with a release Northern Lights suplex. And then Shane places AJ Styles upon the announce table.
After hitting him a few times in the head with the monitor.
Yes, he did. Climbs the rope. We've seen this before. It's been a long time. And Shane, he's still got it. Jumps from the top rope, elbow drop into the heart of AJ through the announce table. Leaves AJ Styles' lane as SmackDown goes off the air.
From the ring to the outside.
Yes.
If people haven't seen this before, you got to watch SmackDown Live tonight. It's amazing that he can still do that. And, and the best part is, on that slow-mo recap, you see Shane always waits. He doesn't have the elbow extended the whole time and go down with it. He waits and then pops it at the last second. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
The fact that he's been doing this move, he did this move for like the first time literally like 18 years ago. And the fact that he can still cover that much distance
It's impressive.
is incredible. I don't care how much spring they put in the rope. That's incredible. There, at most, maybe a handful of wrestlers on the SmackDown roster that can do that. At most.
John Cena.
Oh, of course, John Cena.
Mauro Ranallo.
Well, yeah.
He overshoots it, actually.
Yeah.
He jumps so far.
The guy drinking the Coke backstage.
Yep. Yeah, he
Yeah,
can do
and
it.
that's it.
Yeah, see, like
4 of them.
less than a handful. So we have one more SmackDown before WrestleMania. It's going to be our go home, but we still have Bray Wyatt taking on Luke Harper, so it's no way of a go home show at all. This is exciting. And you know what else is exciting? The fact that we're going to be doing an improv show WrestleMania weekend. Do you like that segue?
It's good. I like
good.
it. It was
It's
impressive.
Josh has been setting up this show called Dell's Closed Fist. We've been doing at WrestleManias, at other WWE events. You've gone like New York for SummerSlam. You've done it in Orlando in the past. We did it in Dallas last year. We did it in San Jose the year before.
Chicago.
So what made you decide to try to start the show? What was the concept to get the show going?
You know, wrestling and comedy, they're hand in hand. You know, we had San Jose, the right amount of people were in the right place. Contacted a theater, they said yes, and we put on a show. And then, you know, from there, it went so well, they wanted to just keep doing it. You were there.
I was there. It was a great time. We had Dolph Ziggler there. We had
John Morrison.
We had Ryan Nemeth there.
I was in attendance for that show. It was a great show.
We were all there.
Yeah.
It went about 2.5 hours.
We were supposed to go 1 hour. We went at least 2 because it was standing room only.
It was. It went really well.
I got a compliment from Rusev after the show. It was pretty cool.
He did. Oh, God. He was
Handsome
good.
Rusev?
No, he was still the Bulgarian Brute then.
Yeah. He enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. He seemed to enjoy himself. And so I've kind of mentioned a couple names for this year's, but you know, who are our guests for this?
Well, officially our guests right now, we have from Ring of Honor, Dalton Castle.
Yep.
We have former WWE NXT superstar Bull James.
Yep, Bull Dempsey from NXT, yep.
And then Chuck Taylor as well.
The Kentucky Gentleman.
Kentucky Gentleman, we got him.
And obviously you'll be performing. I'll be performing. Scott's going to be performing. Johnny LaQuasto from the Raw After Show is going to be performing as well.
That schmuck?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, you know, it's WrestleMania time. We all come together. So, you know, a brand merging event.
What about that Shane Hartline guy?
Yeah, he'll be there.
All right.
Yep. And of course all the other wrestlers. Where can people get tickets? Because they have been selling tickets and it's sold out there before.
It did. The one we did one there previously at the Royal Rumble last year when it was in Orlando.
And it was sold out.
Sold out. We had Blue Pants, Leva Bates.
Yep.
And a few other indie guys. Yeah, it's on the SAC Comedy Lab website. It's in downtown Orlando on Orange Avenue, down the street from, what is it now, the Amway Center? Where the Hall of Fame will be.
Right. Where my Orlando Magic play.
Yeah.
My wonderful, incredibly talented Orlando Magic. Oh, God, they're so bad. But yes, it's going to just be walking distance from the Hall of Fame. It's going to be at 11:30 the Friday night WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah, you can get your tickets now. We're also we're going to be donating some of the proceeds to the Best Friends Animal Society. So, you know, come watch some comedy. Your money will go to a good cause. Before the show as well, we have some. We're going to have some wrestling giveaways, some signed items and DVDs and T-shirts and pops and stuff like that. So, you know, it's WrestleMania. You're supposed to have a lot going on, and we're going to have a lot going on at that show.
So wait, people will be entertained.
Yep.
They're given to charity.
Yep.
And they can win free stuff.
They can win free stuff.
You're a madman.
You know, I
You're
give the
a
people what
madman.
they want. I'm sorry.
And there's some late night fun to kick off WrestleMania weekend.
What else are you going to do that Friday night?
Yeah, after the Hall of Fame, you're not. What are you gonna do? Go home? Go to bed?
Wait, what do you get at Hall of Fame? Speeches and tears? You don't get no free stuff.
Well, the good thing in Hall of Fame is probably, well, unless they run insanely over, it's probably going to be over by the time our show starts.
How could it run insanely over with Jim Cornette speaking?
No, he's very. He's
talks.
very on the clock.
He is
very on the clock.
He's concise.
He's precise and to the point.
I hate everybody.
There you go. That's a speech. You don't even need to go to the Hall of Fame anymore. You got it right here.
So, yeah. So, please make sure you get... Go ahead.
I don't know if you've mentioned, ESPN will be filming it as well.
I did not. And it's going to be filmed for a future E60 segment.
On ESPN. So you can be part of an ESPN taping.
You might be.
More stuff.
What is
crazy.
it? What is the segment it's being for? Do you even know like what the story is behind?
About comedy, improv comedy, and professional wrestling. How it's so wacky and crazy.
All right. Well, I'm game. I'll be on ESPN.
It's actually your audition tape for WWE.
Oh.
If it goes well.
Oh, geez.
Maybe.
Now there's pressure.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Put those pants on.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
If you don't wear pants, you can't do the show.
But that's my whole thing.
Well.
My whole thing is rose shirts, no pants.
You choose.
Pasty Games, Rosenberg.
Oh, God. I got a lot of thinking to do.
You got 12 days, I think. Nope, that's WrestleMania.
That's
you
WrestleMania.
Got less than 12
We
days.
have 10 days.
Yep.
For the improv show. So, guys, in the meantime, you can talk to us on various forms of social media. We'll, of course, be plugging this show. And in the meantime, Scott Narver, how can people reach out to you?
You can reach out to me on social media at Scott Narver. You can check out youtube.com/OnYourMarkShow. Many guests in the past. This week will be Eli Drake. And also, I happen to be a super fan of On Your Mark. I know Marquee Extreme and Skeeter Skyflyer will be making their in-ring debut at Atomic Wrestling Entertainment Rock and Brawl.
What?
Wow.
March 29th, Wednesday. Hit me up for info. I just happen to know a lot of the info about the show. But there will be an in-ring segment, an in-ring interview with Marquee Extreme and Colt Cabana. So watch the first ever Marquee Extreme interview live in a wrestling ring.
Where's that happening?
That is at the Guilt nightclub on Bennett Road in Orlando, Florida. WrestleMania weekend.
Has Marquee Extreme ever stepped in a ring? He's the Backyard Entertainment champion.
He'll bring some grass.
Never been in a ring before. Never met Colt Cabana. Never been in a ring before.
This is huge. This is huge. Josh Lassman, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
How can people reach out to you?
You can reach me on Twitter at Van Dam Breakshoe. And for other information on Del Close Fist, it's at Del Close Fist on all platforms.
Yep. And what's the website for the Comedy Theater again?
SacComedyLab.com, to my knowledge.
SacComedyLab.com is where you can order your tickets for Del Close Fist WrestleMania weekend. And you can follow me on Twitter at Real Rosenberg, Instagram The Real Rosenberg. He's also giving a plug to Heels and Faces.
Heels and Faces, thank you.
I'm giving a plug to ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg to buy your t-shirts. And for all your other AfterBuzz TV news and gossip, follow them on Twitter at AfterBuzz TV and follow Jimbo at Jimbo in the Booth. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. For Scott Narver and Josh Lassman, I'm Christian Rosenberg. We'll see you later.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.